Hello, hello. We're back. Not the way I was expecting, but we're here. Introduce yourselves. Who are you guys?
I'll go first. I am Arwin. I head coached the Baltimore Ravens last season and went 0-12. Yeah.
Nice. And who else am I here with?
Okay.
Who?
Reaper1kT, bro.
There we go. Okay. Sorry, I just had to make sure everyone heard you. So a little quick icebreaker question for you guys. How'd you guys end up with your usernames? I don't know if there's some little background to it, but
To be honest, I don't even know, bro. I just thought of a new username, bro. That's it.
okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna start from when I was the Coke 12, and I'm gonna lead to my username this season.
Bro, fuck no, bro. We ain't doing this shit.
Okay,
Continue.
so basically the way I came up with my username is last season I was playing as the Coke 12. I ended up going 0-12, which was kind of funny. And I decided to change my username to ChefRWin because this season, I believe that I am gonna cook up and hopefully make it into the postseason this season.
That's nice. So what's the
Mm.
definition of an R win? Like what's the difference between like a win and an
So
R
like
win?
Arwin is like it's my first name and my last name combined, kind
Oh.
of. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay. And funny enough, or no, I lied. I lied. I got this question right here. So, um, yeah, I know you guys are both head coaches, right? We both,
Yeah.
combined record was 1-23, right? But, what does leadership represent to you as coaches, and how do you implement it into, the team chat, locker room, whatever you guys like to call it?
Let's see. So like being a leader, you said,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. How do you guys?
Being like building a decent, good team and like controlling your team and like telling them what to help you with. Like you can help them succeed, and then they can help you succeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what a leader does. Arwen, do you wanna add on
I feel
to?
like I feel like for me, being a leader for me is when I'm in a game, I try and keep my VC quiet. I try to make all my players drop their egos so my team can succeed and actually like hit like the plays that we need to do and make the plays that we need to win the games.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Right, you gotta, sometimes you just have to, you know, quiet everybody down just so they can hear you and you know be the leader, right? Just have everybody in control. Exactly what being a leader is. On to our next question. This is for you, Arwen. How do you approach building chemistry with your teammates, and what changes have you felt it's shown on the field? Like just take an example from last season. What have you done to build chemistry with some players, and how is that reflected onto the?
So this season is actually way different than last season. I have a whole new roster. I'm gonna draft some brand new players. I've been labbing with some rookies. I've been getting QBs and scrims to teach my players for this season, and so I can learn their play style and they can learn my play style. And hopefully we can build a bond throughout the season and keep it going into the postseason.
Okay. And other than labbing, are there any other type of methods you've done to, get your players up
Um,
to,
I've been
routine?
like practicing like VC plays with my players and like teaching them plays. And then other than QBs and scrims, that's it.
Nice, nice. And Reaper, have you done anything? Just to add on to Arwen's question, have you? I'll set a question again. How do you approach building chemistry with your teammates, and what changes have you felt it's shown on the field?
QBB not being on UF all damn day, just building like chemistry outside of UF and shit like that. Just making us like better at the game and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds about sounds about right. Um, let's see. Next question is for both of you guys. How do you approach evaluation amongst your roster and urgency during the off season? Since I know that we only get like a week to really change our roster and really see like what talent is underrated that we can kind of pick up, right? You know, right on that radar. So who wants to go first of this?
Reaper.
What was the question again?
How do you approach evaluation amongst your roster? Oh no, sorry, my wrong question. No, I'm right. How do you approach evaluation amongst your roster and urgency during the offseason?
Just plan on building like a good team. Like I got a good team coming through. I feel like we can like do some shit, do
How'd
some
you
damage.
how'd you find those players though?
Uh, friends, people I used to play with. For instance, Golly like played with him when he first came to ACFL for like 3 seasons straight. Jaja been playing with him for a minute. Just me and him been friends so much. Been talking about playing with each other in AFL for so long. Um, yeah.
And for those players that you just mentioned, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Um,
Sure.
how do you like determine their like skill ceiling? Like where do you see that? Like how do you determine like whether they're good or they're down here?
They really good because they showed the league on what they could do. Golly haven't got too much like showtime like how Jaja had been doing. Cause this is gonna be Golly like first full season in
Right?
AFL. Yeah, he just came back. But yeah, I feel like Golly would make a big name for itself after this season. So is Jaja Jet.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I
'Cause
totally
I feel like Jaja will win DB of the year this season coming up.
nice. So yeah, there's always room for improvement and room to show show league what you got, right? Um,
Yeah.
Arwen.
So basically, how I evaluate my players, I look at who they played with. I look at their quarterback. I look at how they played. I look at their stat line, and basically the team that was built around them, and I see how they perform compared to like other weapons on the team. So like, let's say they weren't first, but like they were like second or like third. I still feel like they deserve a chance to be proving themselves. So like next season, I'm gonna be balling with like Randoni and Jatusu, and I've watched them, and I feel like they have a little improvement to do, but I feel like they can get it done, and I feel like I can make them actual good weapons, and I feel like I can get them up there in the stat board.
Nice. Yeah,
Wait, you
I
said
yeah, I
Jahutsu
totally
like Eve?
I believe in you, man.
You
Coaches
said
have done
what,
it
Reaper?
before. It's nothing. You're not reinventing the wheel. You're just doing what you feel is right. To make a good roster in this league. And I know we kind of mentioned this earlier. The 1-23 combined record in season 29. After disappointing seasons not long ago, what needs to change, and how are you addressing it during this offseason, this period? Put it in. Put it in.
Low key. I feel like this all season is gonna be way different. Last season when I lost 2 straight games off close games, not even like blowouts or anything. All my losses are close games. I try to like compete with a mediocre ass team with no routing, no blocking core, any of that. So I had to deal with that the whole season, and then that what made me go 1-11. Also, like I said, I've been recruiting niggas, Jaja, Golly, Corral, like a lot of good talent in the coming towards Minnesota.
So you're just reconstructing the Reaper squad, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Putting putting new pieces to the puzzle. Nice.
And season
And
31, the fucking rookie New England Patriots are reuniting. There we go.
hmm, Arwen, I know we kind of said it earlier, but do you want to kind of
So last season it was hard for me. My VC I couldn't really keep under control, so people couldn't hear me, and we'd have like miscommunication throughout the field. This season I plan to do it different. I've been with players. I've been in VCs with them. They listen to my play calls. We can execute them. I've been labbing myself so I can perform the best that I can perform this season. Because I don't want to have another season like last season. Last season I had a bunch of ACFLers with egos, And then at one point I had Avatar Sharky on my team, and he tried to grief my team. But besides that, I plan on executing more VC plays, changing up formations, and seeing where that leads me this season.
Nice. Yeah, man, go for it. Like I said, do what you gotta do, right? Get them wins. Um, question for Reaper here. What's the mindset on third and short, or fourth down that allows you to make game-changing plays on the field?
Okay. I feel like I gotta do a lot of stuff for my team to compete how I want to compete. Oh shit, that's OT. Fuck. Also like a third and short, I just gotta be locked in. I gotta be conservative, and I gotta just trust my instinct and just trust me and my team on what comes towards that.
Yeah, man. Trust is everything, right? When you're trying to throw that bold, right? You trust in that receiver, you know, trust is everything. Yeah, man. I agree with you right there. Um, Arvin, do you want to add anything to that, or perfectly said?
Okay.
Hello.
Nah, Reaper had a good answer for that.
All right, all right. For both of you guys, what parts of your game are you focused on improving this offseason? Like individually, not yeah. But we were talking about team so much, but how are we gonna improve as a player, right? Like that's you know.
Reaper.
Say that one more time again. My bad. Say it one more time again.
What parts of your game are you focused on improving this offseason?
Focus on what I'm focused on the most is my QB vision a little bit more. Kind of I'm kind of people call me trash and shit, but I'm really not. I just haven't got used to 99, and I want to fully develop into how I was doing in ACFL, and then I'm just improving on everything I can do. All my weaknesses, I gotta improve more, better, everything.
So just reading the field. That's
Yes,
all.
reading
Just
the field,
reading the
practicing
field.
on fits, doing a lot more what need to be done.
Nice, nice, nice. Arwen.
So this season, I'm gonna improve on timing my ball better. Like I would have wide receivers burning, but I would throw the ball late to the point where it was just a 50-50 toss up. But this season, I am gonna try and read the field better, try and read formation, see where the defense is folding in. I'm gonna try and put points. Like my biggest priority is putting points on the board every drive, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. Points on the board every drive will help my team succeed.
Oh yeah, man. The more points you score, more likely you win the ball game. I mean, hey, that pretty simple concept there. So, you know, more offense, not turn the ball over, right? You don't want to turn the ball over. And what was the last thing you said?
Keeping points on the board.
Keeping points on the board. Nice. Okay. And then for you guys, what gives you confidence that next season will be different? Right? Like we're going from 0 and 12 here. Like how are we gonna change that? Like, what's your driving what's the driving factor to, flip the season around?
Um, I feel like the driving factor for me is improving into 9v9s because last season I went from 8v8s. I got hired mid-season, and then I started getting used to nines. I'm getting used to nines now, and I feel like just ultimately chemistry, like building the bond with my wide receivers and having the trust in my wide receivers to make the plays. Last season I didn't run much voice chat plays, but this season I plan to do it more.
Nice, nice. So yeah, implementing just VC plays into your playbook, just making it so that way you're more diverse and your offensive scheme, right? That's that way you're less unpredictable as the season goes. Yeah, nice, nice answer. And for Reaper,
Just like Arian said, just like focus on everything else. Just mostly convert on touchdown situations like red zone. Just play as smart as possible and don't end up selling.
yeah, converting on those goal line drives and yeah, not selling. Oh yeah, definitely. Um, and then just to wrap it all up, guys, anything you guys want to say to the fans? Like little little message.
Nah, them fans fake.
No, you want to tell somebody in AFL. You have a message for somebody in AFL.
I don't really got too much to know about AFL.
AB13 was fake. It was scripted.
Bunch of damn dick rides, that's all they is.
All right, well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the interview, guys. Um, yeah, you guys have a nice night.
Me too.
You too.